Welcome. Today we will be reading lesson 230 in the workbook. And from the text, chapter 19, section 4D, the lifting of the veil, paragraphs 16 through 21. And now for lesson 230. Now will I seek and find the peace of God. In peace I was created, and in peace do I remain. It is not given me to change myself. How merciful is God my Father, that when He created me, He gave me peace forever. Now I ask but to be what I am. And can this be denied me, when it is forever true? Father, I seek the peace you gave as mine in my creation. What was given then must be here now. For my creation was apart from time, and still remains beyond all change. The peace in which your Son was born into your mind is shining there unchanged. I am as you created me. I need but call on you to find the peace you gave. It is your will that gave it to your Son. In this present moment is the peace one was created to be. What could block its light but the conflict of clashing dreams that originated from the belief that one could be separate from one's source? One's unchanging nature remains peaceful eternally. Appearances of change are but illusions without reality. How is it possible to undo what divine love created? It is not given one to alter what one is. Now does one declare only to be what one truly is. For the forever true will not be denied. The peace is with one in this sacred moment, and in the forever here. For being love is one also peace and joy, and nothing real can be threatened, as one was created to be by peace itself. text reading for today from chapter 19, section 4D, the lifting of the veil, paragraphs 16 through 21. Here is the holy place of resurrection, to which we come again, to which we will return until redemption is accomplished and received. Think who your brother is before you would condemn him, and offer thanks to God that he is holy and has been given the gift of holiness for you. Join him in gladness and remove all trace of guilt from his disturbed and tortured mind. Help him to lift the heavy burden of sin you laid upon him, and he accepted as his own, and toss it lightly and with happy laughter away from him. Press it not like thorns against his brow, nor nail him to it, unredeemed and hopeless. Give faith to your brother, for faith and hope and mercy are yours to give. Into the hands that give, the gift is given. Look on your brother and see in him the gift of God you would receive. It is almost Easter, the time of resurrection. Let us give redemption to each other and share in it, that we may rise as one in resurrection, not separate in death. Behold the gift of freedom that I gave the Holy Spirit for you. And be you and your brother free together, as you offer to the Holy Spirit this same gift. And giving it, receive it of him in return for what you gave. He leadeth you and me together, that we might meet here in this holy place and make the same decision. Free your brother here as I freed you. Give him the selfsame gift, nor look upon him with condemnation of any kind. See him as guiltless as I look on you, and overlook the sins he thinks he sees within himself. Offer your brother freedom and complete release from sin. Here in the garden of seeming agony and death, so will we prepare together the way unto the resurrection of God's Son, and let him rise again to glad remembrance of his Father, who knows no sin, no death, but only life eternal. Together we will disappear into the presence beyond the veil, not to be lost but found, not to be seen but known, and knowing nothing in the plan God has established for salvation will be left undone. This is the journey's purpose, without which is the journey meaningless. Here is the peace of God, given to you eternally by Him. Here is the rest and quiet that you seek, the reason for the journey from its beginning. Heaven is the gift you owe your brother, the debt of gratitude you offer to the Son of God in thanks for what he is and what his Father created him to be. Think carefully how you would look upon the giver of this gift. For as you look on him, so will the gift itself appear to be. As he is seen as either the giver of guilt or of salvation, so will his offering be seen and so received. The crucified give pain because they are in pain, but the redeemed give joy because they have been healed of pain. Everyone gives as he receives, but he must choose what it will be that he receives. And he will recognize his choice by what he gives and what is given him. Nor is it given anything in hell or heaven to interfere with his decision. You came this far because the journey was your choice, and no one undertakes to do what he believes is meaningless. What you had faith in still is faithful, and watches over you in faith so gentle yet so strong that it would lift you far beyond the veil, and place the Son of God safely within the sure protection of his Father. Here is the only purpose that gives this world and the long journey through this world whatever meaning lies in them. Beyond this, they are meaningless. You and your brother stand together. Still without conviction, they have a purpose. Yet it is given you to see this purpose in your holy friend and recognize it as your own. We are told in this last part of the lifting of the veil that the journey has finally led one to the preparation for resurrection. to the recognition of life eternal and the remembrance of perfect love. One must not offer the other condemnation of any kind, but rather to see in them the gift of innocence that one desires for oneself. One is to join with them in joy and gentle laughter, releasing all traces of sin and guilt from their tired and painful mind, and offering the other freedom and complete release from all blame and sin. For one only gives as one would receive. In offering redemption to each other, does both rise as one in resurrection, not divided in death and guilt. And together does one and one's friend pass through the veil and enter the loving presence beyond it, finding at last the purpose the journey held for one's holy companion and for oneself.